What's up, guys? It's me coming at you all the way from the beautiful islands of Hawaii. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, because why not? I don't really do much sit downs and just talking with you guys, so I figure why not just have a sit down video today. And don't mind my voice, I am still getting over my sickness because I've been sick for about almost a week already and I'm just getting over it, but I am feeling better. But I hope everyone is having a great day, and if you're not, then I hope your day gets better. So today I'm going to be talking about my life story, pretty much what has happened since before then and all the way till now. And something that I want to address is that I'm not talking about this to get pittiness from people, to get, things said like I'm sorry, this and this and that, because that's what this is about. I am pretty much a social media influencer, so I love being there for other people and I love people in general. So I feel like a story like this would help someone out, knowing that they're not alone. There are many other people out there that is like me, and is also influencers out there that also help people out. So this is just so you guys know you guys are not alone, and you guys have someone you guys can come to, you guys can talk to. Basically saying that I am here for you guys and anyone out there. So I don't even really know where to start off because a lot has happened throughout my life, and come to think of it, I honestly don't even know how I'm breathing right now. I don't even know how I'm talking to you guys. I honestly don't even know, because so much has happened through my life. It is insane. So basically, starting off is I have been bullied, I have been teased, I have been put down for so long in my life. I remember the first day that someone has asked me if I'm gay. And this was back in first grade. I don't really know anything about being gay. I don't know anything about bisexual or anything to do with the LGBTQ community. So of course my answer is no, and because I don't know anything about it. And sorry if you hear noise in the background because they're lawn mowing the yard for like the 100th time already. But going to school every day was really hard. I was a great student. What the fuck? I was a great student. I had good grades. I did all my homework. I was really great in school. But the fact of being bullied really takes a toll on you, and everything that you do on the inside and even everything that you do on the outside. So what hurts more is the fact of being bullied in your own house and your own family, and people not accepting you for who you are, and trying to be everything that you can to make everybody happy, please everybody, put everybody else before you. And what's even worse is that you don't know this stuff when you're younger, so all you think about is you have to make other people happy. You have to be there for everybody else. But later on in life, then you start realizing that you need to make yourself happy, and you need to put yourself before anybody else. I mean, unless you have kids like me, but you get the point. So the fact of being bullied outside of home, being bullied inside of home, it was so hard trying to be what everybody else wants you to be. I'm not gonna mention anybody's names, like who is the people who used to do that to me, and pretty much made my life miserable, because I know my life was miserable, and my life is still miserable to this day. And I'm trying every single day from then till now to try and be happy and try to put myself before anybody else. And even until this point, it's very hard to even do that. And all the things that I went through in life, I became an adult before I even actually became an adult. So taking a step forward into the adulthood before you even become an adult, that is very stressful and it's almost intimidating, because you have all these other people, all these other adults that are very successful and very, they just know what they're doing pretty much. But being 15 and being an adult is not something you want to be doing. So when I was 15, I pretty much gave up. I didn't want to be around those people who pretty much put me down and whatever. So because of that, I felt the need that I needed to grow up already and focus on myself. So I ended up moving out of my parents' house at the age of 15, and I ended up moving in with, I guess you could say, wife. But I moved out, and not too long after that, I found out that I was having a child and I was becoming a father. And one of the things that a lot of people had the issue with was that I was going to be gay. That's what everyone labeled me as. I was going to be gay no matter what. That's just what they saw in me. So it was to the point where I kind of believed them. I believed everybody, and I'm thinking, okay, I guess so. I'm gonna be gay. So I ended up trying it out. So I had the experience of having boyfriends. I had different types of experiences, but at that time I didn't feel right being in that place. So being with the guy, to me, it didn't suit me. I didn't have that side of me. So even with just being with a woman, most everyone thought that I was just being with a woman just to cover the fact that I am gay, and which is not true, because I knew that I wasn't into guys at that time. So none of that was true whatsoever. So then I, of course, has stuck to women, and that's how I am now a father. So I moved in with my wife, found out that she was pregnant, we were having a son, and this is the moment where I became an adult at an early age, very, very early age. And I was 16 when my wife got pregnant, and I was 17 when she gave birth. So in between that span time, I have a lot on my mind. What am I going to do to provide for my family? What am I going to do to make me a better person? Every single thing to do with life was running through my mind. I had my first job when I was 15, and from then on, I've had about 8 jobs already. So I already knew the steps on how to get jobs, and I already knew what to do in that area. So I got a job finally, and I dropped out of school because I wanted to be there for my family. I wanted to be there for my son, and I wanted to be there while my wife was pregnant during her last stages of pregnancy, because it is very, very hard, especially with the fact, you have a big belly and it's kind of hard to do things. So I dropped out of high school. I think I was a senior. My senior year, I dropped out. So I stayed home. I got a job. I helped with everything. I helped as much as I could, and that's what I still do to this day. I help everyone. I help everyone whenever I can. And that's something that I will not stop doing. You know, life goes on. I still wanted to be successful, even though. So when the time came, I finally went back to high school. They let me back in, and believe it or not, I graduated, even though it was a year later than I was supposed to graduate. I got my diploma. I still have a job to this day. I've had jobs ever since then. Of course, there were moments in my life where I thought that I was gonna be a failure. And I thought that I was just not gonna be that good person, if you know what I mean. Like, I felt like, most of the time, I felt like I shouldn't exist. I shouldn't be in anyone's life. I shouldn't be here breathing on this earth because I felt like I didn't have a purpose at all. So me being stubborn, me being stupid. Of course, I have tried to commit suicide before. I have done it many of times. I've tried and tried and tried, but as you can see, none of it was successful. So that's why I'm still here. But the most reason why I thought that I didn't have a purpose in this life was the fact of being bullied. I was bullied from first grade all until everyone found out that I was having a child, which was about 11 years. Now, 11 years of being bullied is something that I wish no one upon. I hope, I mean, people do go through it still to this day, but I just hope that one day it would just end for them, because I was devastated for 11 years and it sucks. It literally sucks not being accepted by anyone besides your close friends, and that's all you have. Not even your own family can even be there for you like that. You can't even talk to them because they are part of the reason why you feel like that, and they're part of that group of people that are doing that to you. So being in that state of mind, being in that area, being around that environment, it totally sucked, because I just felt like I didn't belong here, and I just shouldn't exist. My lifetime shouldn't be here. It shouldn't exist at all. So I thought to myself that committing suicide would be the answer to everyone's problem, because everyone's problem is the fact that I'm going to be gay no matter what. So if you want to label me, if you want to say who you think I'm going to be and not let me be who I want to be, why am I here? Why can I not make my own decisions for who I am? It doesn't make sense. So I thought committing suicide was the best answer, but there are things in life that happen. There are things in life that makes you change your mind, makes you change every aspect that how you look at it. What changed my aspect was having a child. Having a child changed everything for me. Looking at my son when he was first born, that was like, to me, that was my God. That was literally what made me a better person. I totally am a different person ever since my son was born from who I was before I even found out that I was having a child. Before then, everything was about negativity. Like literally, I was all around negativity, and I just, being in that stage, it sucked. I went through depression. I went through committing suicide. I went through all of it. And every single thing that you have thought of, I have went through it. Like literally, I have went through it. So coming my freshman year, I ended up experiencing anxieties, and I used to have to take medication. I used to have to see a psychiatrist. I used to have to talk about it all the time, all of my problems, just to make sure I don't get an anxiety attack. But it came to the point to where I was having anxiety attacks even when nothing was happening. I was having anxiety attacks just by sitting here. I could be eating my food right now. Something so simple, nothing wrong is happening, and I could just have a major anxiety attack for no reason at all. But then, if you really think about it, I'm having an anxiety attack because of everything that's been happening, everything that's building up inside of me, everything that's just going on in life periodically, and all the drama, all the bullying, everything all piled up into one in me, not letting it out, is what's causing the anxiety attack. But what's even harder is that most of the time you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to put someone in that position of knowing all your problems, because these days you don't know who you can trust. And just saying it like that, letting that person know who you're talking to, what's going on in your life and what you're struggling with, they could easily use that against you. They could easily turn around, be two-faced, and let the wrong person know what's going on, because like I said, they can use that against you. So that's why I ended up seeing a psychiatrist. Honestly, seeing a psychiatrist was really good. It did kind of help me here and there, but what actually helped me was, what really helped me get through depression and most of my anxieties is my mom. My mom is literally like my best friend. No matter what we go through, no matter what she does, no matter what I do, no matter what, it's always going to be that same relationship that we have always had. And don't get me wrong, I love both of my parents, but for me, I still am more closer to my mom than I am to any of my family. So my mom was the person that I could go and talk to. My mom was the person that I could say anything to. She was the first person I told about anything, whether it was about losing my virginity, whether it was about me being teased at school, where there was anything you could think of, my mom was the first one to know, because that's just how our relationship was. And I honestly don't know what I would do without my mom. Like literally, I think if my mom was to leave this earth, I would probably lose myself. And I can't think about that. But she was the one that kept me sane. She was the one that gave me that strength to just keep moving forward every time, if you know what I mean. But then it goes back to my son, which he gave me I honestly have no words to even explain of what my son did to me. He put so much impact on my life in a positive way that I can't explain anything about it. And next thing you know, I have another kid coming along, and it's a girl. I have another daughter, and being the fact that I have two beautiful children in my life is the reason why I want to keep pushing forward, and I want to keep doing everything positive to make sure that when my kids get older, they look up to me. They look up to their mom. They look up to all the positivity and all the adults that's around them, and they pick up after that, and to make sure that they succeed in life and they do what they want to do and what makes them happy. So being the fact that having kids, it totally changed everything for me. And I have focused on being focused on myself, being focused on being focused on my family and my children are everything, and I mean everything to me. And the fear of losing them, I know I will lose myself. I know that in a split second I will lose myself. Even just that day of being told that I will not see my kids again, I know for a fact I will lose everything. I will lose my mind. I will lose myself. Everything. I would just be so lost that I wouldn't want to go out in public. Just nothing at all I would want to do, because it came to the point where I lost my kids already. I lost my kids to CPS, which is now known as CWS. And that took a huge toll on me, to the point where I literally stayed in bed all day. Even after I came home from work, showered and everything, I stayed in bed. Literally stayed in bed all day long, watched Netflix, and that was it. That's all I did, because that's how much of an impact it took on me of losing my kids. And it sucked. It literally sucked. I didn't want to go to work anymore. I wanted to quit my job. I just wanted to give up on everything. But there's always that inner voice in you that's always saying to just keep going, and you feel like that's what you should do. You should just keep going. So I kept going. I still kept going. And of course something else happened again, which was a couple months after we lost our children. We didn't really lose them, but the fact that they got taken away from us, I ended up having to leave my wife, because due to the fact of her reasons of just whatever was going on in her mind, what she wanted, what she was looking for that I couldn't provide anymore, she went to go do her own thing. So I left her, and honestly, that was the second most heartbreaking part in my life, because that was the person I married, that was the person that I had children with, the person I lost my virginity to. She was everything. I loved her with every single part of me, and I did everything for her. Literally every single thing I did for her. But that was the second most heartbreaking thing that has ever happened to me. And knowing that the person that you love the most out of anyone besides your kids, that is very heartbreaking. That is in that span of time, from my kids getting taken away to me leaving my wife for those reasons, that put together, that just literally broke me in half. My heart didn't even become a heart anymore. It wasn't even a heart. It was to the point where I lost myself all over again. I had thoughts about committing suicide again. Everything that has happened before has just rose up again, and doing or thinking about the same things that I used to think about before. So much has happened, and everything is to do with our kids getting taken away, that I'm at the point where I feel like I'm doing everything for nothing. I have been trying to fight for my kids for 11 months already, and that's very, very long. Especially at the fact that out of those 11 months, I only had 1 month's worth of time with them, and that's a lot of time missed with them. So trying your best to prove that you're a good father and a good parent, and you know you are, and everyone else around you knows you are, and for everyone to think that you're not, it sucks. It literally sucks. And everyone thinks it's just a joke, that not seeing your kids, or being scared that you won't see your kids ever again, they think it's literally a joke. Like, Everyone wants what they want. They want their happiness, and they look. They're not looking at the big picture, pretty much. They're just looking at themselves and what they want. But at the end of the day, it's not about what they want. It's about everyone. It's basically about the big picture. No one's looking at the big picture. So I'm at the point where I am lost already. Speaking at this moment, I am lost. I am completely out of options. I literally don't know what the hell to do to get my kids back with me too. I'm out of options. Like, I tried everything in these past 11 months and no one sees it. No one cares. No one is even there. Nothing at all. Like, I feel like I am alone already in this, and I have no problem standing alone. I have no problem with that because I can do things on my own and I have done it before. So I know I can do it. But it's just the fact of having that thought, you would probably never see your kids again. That's honestly scary for me, if you ask me that. That's very scary, and I wish it upon no one, literally no one, for them to not see their kids anymore. I mean, unless you deserve it, in a way, you know. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean by that. But I did nothing wrong. I am still not doing nothing wrong. I am fighting for my kids. I'm trying to prove to everyone that I'm a good father. I shouldn't even need to prove. That's how much of a good father I know I am. I don't need to prove anything. But it's the fact that everyone is making it so hard, and after everything good I've done, I've listened to everybody, I've done everything everyone wants, but I don't understand what more everyone wants from me. Like, literally, I am sick of it, and I am tired, and I am exhausted of trying to please everybody and trying to make everybody else happy. But then what about me at the end? Like, what about me? Like, I've asked that question to myself so many times, and I can never answer it. I can never get an answer for it because everyone's focused on themselves, and it takes it back to where it literally takes it back to before, when everyone was bullying me and everyone was putting me down. It literally takes it back to then. It's literally like living the same thing all over again, and it sucks. It literally sucks. So it's to the point where I don't want to be around anyone already. I don't want to be there for anyone. Like, what I mean by being there for anyone is like just being like around them, socially active, physically, if you know what I mean. Like, actually being there with someone and like for them, you know. Like, for example, if you're like, if someone asks you, can you come with me, go do this, blah blah blah, and you don't want to like break their hearts or something and just say no, so you just say yeah, even though, but in reality, you just don't want to be there. Like, you don't want to be around no one at all. Like, you just want time to yourself. You want to think for yourself, and no one will really understand anything that you go through until they go through it. Like, literally, like, you can be a psychiatrist, you can be a social worker, you can be anyone, and being in that field, you've seen it. You know what I mean? You've seen what people go through. But in reality, you are not the person going through it. So you don't know exactly how that person feels. Even though, you know, you've had other people who went through the same thing. You are on the outside. You're not on the inside. You don't know what's going on until you go through it. So every time I think to myself, with the fact of I'm scared I'm not going to get my kids back or even be able to see them, like, going back to when I said no one knows how I feel, no one knows anything. Like, I am I literally have the shit end of the stick periodically. So what everyone needs to think about is, what if you were in this position? What if I told you that I want this, and then you can have the shit end of the stick? How would you feel about it? Pretty shitty, right? Pretty heartbroken, right? Yes, I know, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I'm trying to figure out what can I do to make things better. And this is what I've done all my life. Try to please everybody, try to make everybody else happy. That's all I have done throughout my life. And I'm just trying to figure it out step by step. And knowing what I went through throughout my whole life, all the way till now, I am just shook, and I am surprised that I am even here right now. Like, literally, I am not even joking. I am super surprised, because I know that there are other people out there that would have given up a long time ago. Literally a long time ago. And for me, it's been 13 years. I have went through a lot of stuff within this 13 years, and it has been completely insane. And I've had a lot of people there for me. I have had a lot of friends there for me, family, everything. But at the end of the day, all you have is you. And all you have is you to tell yourself that you need to make you better, and you need to focus on yourself, and you need to make yourself happy. And finding anything as a distraction to achieve that, you know? So my thing before was Tahitian, still is Tahitian, and surprised, a lot of people latch onto things when they go through things like this, like, for example, cutting themselves, committing suicide, anything in that area, that's what they do. But this is part of the reason why I'm here. I'm here for other people, because when I say I love being here for other people, I love being here I even love working with people. That's why I work in customer service, even in just as a regular job. I love working with people periodically. So what I have learned and what I have taught others that also help them is that, as corny as it sounds, as cheesy as it sounds, you need to think positive no matter what you go through. You can feel like no one wants you. You can feel like you are left out. You can feel like the black sheep in the you can feel any way you want. You have to think positive, because thinking positive is probably the best thing that you will do throughout this lifetime. That's literally the best thing that you would do, because thinking negative will only bring you down more, and it'll only make you turn to those things that you shouldn't be doing, that you know will hurt other people. So the fact of thinking positive will help a lot more than you think. And at the end of the day, it's not about everyone else. It's not about making everyone else happy. It is literally about you, because you are in this lifetime for a purpose. Even though it hasn't come yet, even though you're going through what you are going through, something will come along that will make you realize you are here for a reason. For me, what made me think I was here for a reason was the fact of me having a child. And never in a million years would I have thought I was going to have a child at all. I've never even thought I was going to get married in my life. Like, that's just how it was. That's how my mindset was. I never thought any of that. And just so happened, I have 2 kids. I am married, but not together with the person. But the fact of having 2 kids, I know that I am here for something, and I am here for someone. Like, that is completely insane in a good way. So that's why you need to think positive. You need to keep telling yourself, I can do it, and I can do it, and I can do it. Once my kids got taken away, once I left my wife, I was depressed for literally 5 months. And from then to now, I keep telling myself every day, I need to keep going. I need to do it. I can do it. I can do it. I tell myself that every single day, over and over and over. Even though it's so tiring for yourself to say it to yourself, You have to do it, because that is literally the only thing that's going to keep you going, no matter what. Like, literally, that's what's going to keep you going periodically. Because once your mind switches into that negative thing, saying that you want to give up and saying that you want to do this to yourself and blah 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 and you shouldn't exist, that is what's going to bring you down, and that's what's going to lead you to, that is literally what's going to lead you to the worst outcome ever. So keeping a positive mindset, being around positivity, being around just good things, and keep continuing to be you, that's like the best thing that you can do in life. Like, literally, like, I am speaking from years of experience, because I've went through a lot. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this is not about me trying to be pity or anything. That's just, I'm sharing my story because I want people to know that they're literally not alone, and a lot of people, and I am one of them, a lot of people has went through or going through the same thing as you. And still to this day, I'm going through the same thing over and over and over. So the point of this video is to just let you know you need to stay positive. You need to be there for yourself, and you need to put yourself before anyone. And like, that is a goal. Putting yourself before anyone is a goal. Like, literally, you may think like you need to be there for someone else. Like, okay, you have those moments where you be there for friends when they're going through their things. Yes, that is totally acceptable. That is totally fine. You can do that. But it's just the fact of, again, being there for yourself. Literally, like, that's just all it comes down to. Everything that I'm saying, the reason why I'm here today, the reason why I am the person I am, is because I think positive. It's because I keep telling myself I need to be there for myself, and I can do it, and I can go by each day not thinking negative at all. So this is sort of a message, like, literally, this is like a message to everyone out there, whoever's watching this. Like, put yourself before someone, and I promise you, you will feel 10 times better from before. You need to focus on yourself. You need to be who you are and be who you want to be. Not just because someone doesn't accept you doesn't mean you can't be who you are. You still continue to be who you want to be. If you want to go to college, go to college. If you don't want to go to college, you don't need to go to college to be successful. You don't need to go. Like, that's something that doesn't need to be done at all, because you can still, there's still other things out there that can help you be successful in what you want to be in life. So for me, I didn't go to college because I don't need college. I am successful until this day. Like, I didn't need college. So you just continue being who you are, and you continue focusing on what you want to be, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna make you who you are. And that's basically my message from this video. And I hope a lot of people tries to use this, my story, other stories, anyone else, as a reminder as to continue being you. And that's just all it comes down to. And going through everything that I went through, it has made me the person who I am today. And I am a great person. I am a loving person. I am kind. I am all of the good stuff. And anyone who you talk to that I know will tell you the exact same thing. Like, I am great to be around with, and I know that for a fact. So just being who I am, I'm happy with who I am. I'm glad I am who I am, because if I wasn't who I am, I wouldn't be around today, and I wouldn't be in someone else's life. I wouldn't make an impact on someone else's life. So I am, even though it was disturbing, even though it was frustrating, even though it was stressful, even though it was depressing, I am glad I went through everything I went through in life, because that's what made me as a whole. So instead of taking everything that happened in your past into something negative, use that, put it to now, and use that to make you a better person. Because once other people see that you are better than before, I can tell you right now, that mouth is probably going to move, literally. They will talk and talk and talk because most of everyone is going to be surprised. You know, they would think that because of what happened to you before, you would end up like this. And what happened to you before, it would just make you not of a good person. So, proving someone wrong is very great. I have done it so many times. So take that, what happened to you before, anything whatsoever, even if it was positive, use that and make it into something better. Like that's all you have to do. Focus on you, focus on yourself, focus on your life, what you want to be, who you are going to be. Because there's a lot of young people out there that thinks that being an adult is literally gold. Being an adult is not gold. I'm telling you right now, being an adult is not fun at all. You're thinking, oh, my parents are, they're really strict and, you know, they don't let me go out, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you right now, take those as a lesson. Like, literally listen to your parents, because I am one of those that has listened to my parents. That's why I know a lot of what I know to this day. But there's a lot of people out there that they do not listen to their parents, and they think that their parents are stupid. They think their parents don't know what they're talking about. When in reality, they do, because they went through the exact same thing that you're going through. I went through the exact same thing that you're about to go through or that you're going through right now. So I know exactly how it feels. So what you have to do is listen. Like, listen with your, literally listen with your ears, because that's the most you can do. And being an adult is not fun. I'm telling you right now, being an adult is not fun at all. You have so much to do. You have more to do than being a child. Being a child, all you have to do is go to school and do homework. Like, that's literally all you have to do. Being an adult, you have to go to work, you have to pay bills, you have to do everything yourself. Like, that's just how it is. So, listening and being who you are, well, is pretty much what's going to get you through life. If you're going to be an ass, if you're going to bully someone else, if you're going to do all that negative stuff, you're getting nowhere. Like, literally, if you get somewhere in life with that, please come talk to me, because I want to know how you did it. Like, literally, I don't know how you would do it, because karma is a bitch and it will eventually reach up to you. But like I said, this video, the purpose of this video is to let you know that I am here, and I do not wish anyone upon any of this. I hope nothing like this happens to someone in the future. I hope whoever is going through something like this, it ends soon and things will get better. I promise you that things get better, and everything takes time. Even though you want something to happen now, it's not gonna happen now. It's gonna happen later. No matter what you try and do, it's gonna happen later on. So you have to just be patient, wait, and it will eventually come. So all you have to do is just be yourself and focus on you, not worry about too much of everyone else. You only keep those positive around you, and that's all it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up down below. And honestly, it felt good to just sit down and talk, because I don't really do this, and not a lot of people knows what I go through, because I don't just say it out loud. But being an influencer, and it kind of gives me the knowledge of putting this out there, so that everyone who's having a hard time knows that they have someone to come to no matter what, even though that person is not there in real life. So I honestly enjoyed telling this story. So if you did, and if you enjoyed the video periodically, then just make sure hit the like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, because why not? All my social medias will be linked down in the description below if you want to follow me, if you want to add me or whatever. You know what to do. So thanks for watching, and thanks for listening, and I hope everyone is having a great day, and if you're not, I hope it gets better, and I will see you guys in the next video.